What is up, everybody? It is Panhead1998 here, and we are going to be going into another Call of Duty World War II video today. Now, the video we're going into today is how to dominate at Domination. So we're going to be going through tips and tricks that I've learned over time and other people have taught me over time as to how to succeed and win games of domination, which is what it's all about, right? Alright, so let's get right into it. The first point I would want to say is if you really want to consistently win at Domination, you're going to want to be joining up, playing with people you know, maybe not even personally, but people that you've played with online before, anything like that, your online friends. Go ahead, invite a few of them to a party, at least try and get 3 or 4 people at the very minimum that all have mics in. You're all able to communicate, talk about what's going on, do call outs when you get killed, everything like that, so that you make sure you have the best awareness possible, and you also are somewhat familiar with how everybody in the lobby plays. Now, if we're moving on from that, really one of the most important things, and I can't stress it enough because I see people do this all the time, is pick a gun according to the map you're playing. So if you're playing, let's say USS Texas, sure, that's going to be a good map to use a sniper on. I mean, you can also use a shotgun, but it's not going to be quite as effective. But now, in the map you're seeing the gameplay of right now, most likely you're going to be most effective running a SMG, some sort of a shotgun, some sort of a closer range weapon. Now you see people, they'll run in here, they'll be sniping on the smallest map, and some people have the skill level to do that, and I'm not going to deny that or bash on anybody who wants to do that. That's fine, and it is a skill building technique. But if you're trying to win games, you want to use weapons that are meant for the map you're playing. So that's a very, very important tip there. Next step, something that a lot of people really don't pay attention to, but it is good to pay attention to, is play with your teammates. You work with them, watch your mini-map, see where they're going, and if you're able to watch your mini-map well and see where your teammates are, then you're also able to predict, usually pretty correctly, where the enemy is going to be. So you know what corners to be watching carefully, what corners not to be watching so much for. If there's already 3 teammates just to your right, you're not going to be wanting to look as much to your right. You'll look, more left. That's just an example, obviously. So yeah, you're not Superman on this game. Everybody has the same amount of health, and everybody dies very quickly in this version of Call of Duty. It's not like you can just run in, get 5-6 kills, kill their entire team, and not die. Typically, you're gonna take some bullets, you're gonna take some damage. So if you're working with your teammates, you can more effectively advance and control the map, and that is really what Domination is all about. Which brings me to my next point, which is try and control 2 objectives at once. At least 2 objectives, because Domination doesn't go on kills, it goes on the points that you control, mostly. So the scoring method is, if you each controlled 1 point, you would actually score points at the exact same speed. So if you control 2 points, you're going to be scoring twice as fast as the other team, which is why you want to always control at least 2 points, so you can be beating the other team instead of losing. A lot of people are like, oh, it's fine, we can just have 1 point and just continue to play and go for kills and stuff. And well, that's fine if you're just going for KD, but if you want to win the game, make sure you're controlling 2 points. Let's see here. The mini-map is probably one other point I would really want to emphasize. And I mean, I've already talked about it a little bit with watching where your teammates are, but the other side of that is watch where the enemies are. Watch where there's fire going on, watch where the battles are going on, and pick your routes according to that. If you go in just running like a wild cowboy or something, you know, 9 out of 10 times, you're not going to have the same success that if you are slowly and incrementally working your way around the map. And I'm not saying slowly like you have to just walk or crouch everywhere. I'm saying know what you're getting into before you enter another part of the map. It's really smart, and that is a very good way to play this particular Call of Duty. Now, there's some where you can just run in, go all guns blazing, and usually if you're pretty skilled in your gunfights and stuff, you'll do alright. But Call of Duty World War II is a very different game, and it is a very strategic game, especially when you're playing Domination or anything like that. So yes, I would definitely emphasize use the minimap. And then something I really that happens a lot in Domination that a lot of people aren't really prepared for, especially if you're coming over from a game mode like just a TDM player. Let's say you play a lot of TDM. You're not going to be used to Domination, because with the 3 points on the map where you pretty much know most people are going to be fighting for, a lot of people end up doing a lot of grenade spamming. So be careful. There's going to be a lot of grenade spam. There's going to be a lot of people just hucking grenades in and not even coming to fight a gunfight. They'll just throw 2 grenades, you know, and just leave. So I definitely would advise using the basic training hunker if you are running especially a small map Domination game, because you're going to get grenade spam. That's just the way it is. So yeah, be careful, play methodically, play your corners. That's going to be a huge thing. And then a lot of times people, on the other hand of what I was saying earlier with try and at least control 2 points, there are a lot of players out there who are constantly going for what's called a triple cap, and that is controlling all 3 points at once. And while that is awesome, you can score, you can basically just completely outscore the other team because they won't have a single flag, and that is a very, very quick way to win this game if you can hold 3 points. But the fact of reality is it's a 6 versus 6 game, and you can't have your 6 players controlling all 3 objectives, especially when they're going to have all 6 of their players spawning together, and they're going to at least try and get 1 point. So it's better to control 2 points and remain in control of those 2, rather than spreading yourself too thin, running all around and trying to triple cap constantly. Because usually what that ends up with is a very disorganized team play style, and a lot of times you'll end up losing 2 of your points, and instead of having 3 points, then all of a sudden you're just down to 1. So that is something also to be very careful about. And I guess that's about all there is for today. If you guys do have any other ideas, you know, share them with each other in the comment section. I'd really appreciate that. And as always, it would be much appreciated if you leave a like and subscribe if you like my content. And thank you very much for tuning in. You guys have a great day. Bye.